may already know that about 70% of the Earth's surface is covered with water. What you might not know, however, is that sea levels are rising. Over the course of the Earth's history, sea levels have risen and fallen slowly as part of long natural cycles of ice ages, punctuated by warmer interglacial periods, such as we're in right now. During an ice age, water from the sea becomes trapped on land in the form of glaciers and ice sheets. When temperatures rise, these ice sheets and glaciers melt, and this water returns to the sea. Worryingly for us, scientific study shows that global sea levels are now rising 3 times faster than expected. But what's the reason for this? Well, it would seem that the reason is us.
To say whether humans are causing sea level rise, first we compare how little sea level was rising in the last 7,000 years. We get that from geological evidence, and compare that to our measurements of sea level rise from tide gauges. And we can see that it has increased in the last 100 years or so.
Using computer modelling, climate scientists have shown that an increased concentration of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane raises average global temperatures, causing the ice sheets and glaciers to melt much more quickly, and in turn accelerating sea level rise. Exactly how much sea levels will rise by depends largely on our greenhouse gas emissions going forward. Current estimates predict sea level rise of 50 to 80 centimetres by the end of this century. But what does this mean for life as we know it? The consequences of sea level rise will vary significantly depending on whereabouts you live. In a city like Newcastle, where the land rises quite steeply, it seems likely we'll see more frequent flooding in low-lying areas such as the quayside and along the coast.
Some places we may be able to build sea walls to protect valuable land, but in other areas we may decide that that land isn't valuable enough and we just let it be eroded and lost to the sea.
In other parts of the world, however, sea level rise poses a much more immediate threat. One such place is the Republic of Kiribati in the Pacific Ocean, where much of the land already sits less than 1.5 metres above sea level. Some smaller uninhabited islands have already been submerged, with others extremely vulnerable. If the situation continues unabated, many Kiribati people will have to abandon their ancestral home and be resettled elsewhere. So, faced with the reality of sea level rise, what can we do? Imposing stricter limits on carbon emissions is crucial, although this seems unlikely to happen quickly enough for people of low-lying islands such as the Kiribati.
We can try and slow it down, but it will take some time. So we have to educate people to understand what we may be doing to the planet, and then to see, can we readjust our actions so that not just our children, but our children's grandchildren will have a future to live with sea level threat minimised.